Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Yoga Together. And this is the first one in 2023. And thank you for waiting for the January time. And it's a February already. So this February and March, I have made it. The name is a sprout. It's still winter time, but it's February. Usually it's warm, getting warmer. And the sprouting. And actually, what I planted, I just forgot the name of it, but it's a sprouting and flowering, flowering right now. It's good to see those kind of a spring. It's coming soon. So this week, our theme is non-violence. So in yoga philosophy, it's called Ahimsa. So non-violence we can begin here and now, and by first taking care of ourselves. So care and loving kindness to ourselves, and self-care and healing is so important. So as I say that it's called Ahimsa. So Ahimsa is one of the yoga ethic. It's called Yama. In the Yama, there's 8 things that we should do. We should follow kind of a ethic. So it's considered the root of other things that teaching in yoga. So practicing Ahimsa, non-violence, means we do our best not to harm ourselves and others, and resource of the earth and living beings. So very well-known Ahimsa quote is by Mahatma Gandhi. His favorite quote is, Ahimsa, which is non-violence, is not merely a negative state of harmlessness, but it is a positive state of love, of doing good, even to those that do not do good in return. And another one that I like to share is recently he had a birthday. It's a very well-known activist in the action of non-violence. So he is Martin Luther King Jr. So his quote is, at the center of non-violence stands the principle of love. So in that mind, let's close our eyes. And close our eyes to settle in this moment. Maybe relax our shoulder, lifting and drop a few times. And maybe tilting the head side to side, one side and other. Then gently coming to the center. And relax our arms resting on your knees, palm facing up. Maybe chin mudra, index finger, thumb tips together. Close your eyes or half close your eyes and noticing our body. So that is the very beginning of all things. We always begin here and now what we have. And noticing our body settling in to this space. So first the yoga mat. Notice the mat. Notice the ground. And notice how your body feels. And maybe noticing the spine lengthening. Noticing the shoulder relaxed. And notice the top of your head reaching to the sky. Begin to notice the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. Together, inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale through the nose, drop our shoulders. Inhale through the nose. Feel the air, cool air coming in through the nose. And on our exhalation, feel the warm air goes out. And this is a simple way to be here and now. Paying attention to the breath. And paying attention to our body, how it feels on inhalation and exhalation. And gradually noticing each inhalation, feel the length of the body or space that expanding. And each exhalation, feel the ground or softening. And let's continue a few more rounds of the breath. So today's purpose, our theme is non-violence. And non-violence to take care of ourselves. So make this moment, make this yoga time to care ourselves, self-care. Also using our body, moving our body to noticing and how we can care ourselves. And let's cultivate the non-violence. It's a loving kindness to others. And of course, coming from kindness to ourselves. Let's continue to be to others. All right, gradually reaching our hands out and up. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Maybe bow your head to set your intention, dedication for today's practice. And slowly open our eyes. Okay, so let's come to bring your right hand to the mat. Keep sitting and left hand goes up and over and gradually find the length to the left side of the body. And then looking up and opening our chest. And then on our exhalation, lounge your back, drop your head forward and gradually coming to the left side. Take your time. And then we switch our hand, the left hand down and right hand up and open. And then exhale round. So let's continue. Be with the breath. Inhale to open. And then exhale round. And find the length to the back of the body or openness. Now let's do a few more rounds at your own pace. Especially winter time when you are cold. So body tighten or tendency to round your back. So it's a good to have our front of the body opens. Then when you are done, slowly come into the center and lift our head up. Then catch the knees, just I'm holding the knees, and pull yourself back and round. Then inhale, lift our chest forward and looking up. Then we go back and forth like this. So we are tilting the pelvis forward. So notice the top of the pelvis moving forward, then moving back. So holding your knees or leg helps not fall back. And notice how the shoulder blade or back of the body stretches. And a few more times. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Inhale, up. And then slowly release. And bring your hands down to the mat and tabletop, please. Let me see if I am too wide. Okay. All right. Make sure to open your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and gently pull your hips back if you are comfortable. Then up. And notice your fingers open wide and middle finger or index finger pointing straight forward. Okay. The next time when you come to forward, let's round our back and looking up. Then exhale, round your back and pull your hips back. Maybe head come down, maybe not. Then inhale, looking up. So this is a small kind of a movement and repeating, but warming up our spine and noticing where you find the tightness, where you find the openness. Now next time when you go forward, we're gonna bend our elbows and belly come to the ground. Slowly coming onto the belly. Then point your toes, press the feet down to the mat and coming to cobra. So either press your palms down or not using your hands and left. Then exhale, let go and drop the forehead down to the mat and relax. Then inhale, rising again. So your legs stay down to the mat. Exhale, drop down. Let's do a few more rounds like this. Inhale up. Then exhale down. One more time, inhale. Then exhale, let it go. Bring your hands by your side, palm face up, bend your knees, and move your feet side to side. Notice the movement around your lower back and your belly, so you can relax there. Okay, and release. Then bend your right knee, catch your right ankle or toes from outside. The left hand goes forward, the palm facing down, press down. Inhale, lift up. So you can use your left hand to press up and kick into your hand. But if you like, you might lift your right thigh away from the ground and point your toes up. So opening the front of the thigh, hip flexor, quad, and also opening our shoulder. One more time, inhale, lift. And then exhale, let it go, drop down. Switch. So now stretch your right leg, bend your left knee, catch your left ankle from outside or toes. Then press your right palm down. Inhale, lift up. and kick into our hand. So as you kick your hand or kick your foot inside of your hand, that helps to lift our chest or opening our shoulder. Then maybe like left thigh away from the ground if that's available. And then inhale one more up. And then exhale, let it go. Drop down. Bring our hands by your side, bend your both knees, and move our feet side to side. And notice how your front of the thigh massaged by this movement. And relax our hips, glute. Okay, then let go. Bring our palms under the shoulder, tuck our toes under. So there's a choice, two choices. One, we come up to tabletop, or we come up to plank pose. And then exhale, hips high to downward facing dog. Make sure your feet is, so you can be child pose or downward facing dog. Yeah, okay. Then you can bend your knees right and left if you like. So if you haven't done this downward facing dog, it feels good on the stretching, the calf and the hamstring. Then we're going to gradually walking towards your hand. And bend your knees, grab your elbows, swing side to side, head down. Then soften your knees, lounge your back. Let's slowly come up to standing. And then inhale, hands goes up and over and catch the elbows. Then inhale, lift our elbows up. So choice is feet down or heels up and stretch. Then one more up, inhale. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees, heels down, bend forward and drop your hands and swing side to side. One more time, inhale, rising, hands reach out and up and catch the elbows. Then inhale, lift our elbows upward and heels down or heels up. If you are lifting the heels, try not to escape your heels out. So gathering the energy to the midline. One more up, inhale. Then exhale, bend forward, soften your knees and swing our hands side to side. Just relax. And then inhale, rise up. Then hands up and catch the right wrist with your left hand and bring your feet together. So feet is together and legs down. Inhale, lift and stretch up. Then on our exhalation, move your right hand to the left so we can stretch the right side of your body. So you might explore by moving your hands slightly forward to stretch the right lower back, or move your hand a little bit back so that you can feel the front of the right side, or right hip opens. One more breath. And then exhale. Let's come back and drop your elbows, soften your knees, and swing our hands up and down. Then inhale, hands reach up and catch the left side, left wrist this time. So it's important to stretch up by pressing the legs down. So grounding is so important and gathering the legs together. Inhale, stretch up, lengthening. Then on our exhalation, hands to the left. Sorry, right side, and stretch the left side of the body. So you can be in the middle, or if you want to stretch the lower back a little bit forward. If you want to stretch the front, a little bit, hand goes back. One more breath. And then inhale, come back. Exhale, drop your elbows, swing our hands up and down. Okay. Then feet is apart, hip distance. Let's do breath of joy. Breath of joy goes inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands to the side or just the back. Then inhale up. Then exhale, say ha and bend forward, bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, inhale, go on. So when you exhale, let it go. Few more. Last one. And slowly back to center. And feet is apart wider, and we swing our hands and wrap around our body. So when your hand comes behind you, tap the kidney, wrist line, right side and left side. Then when your hands come front, tap the lower belly. Maybe do exhale through the nose and twist. Five, four, three, two, one. Slowly back to center. Okay. Hope you warmed up. Then let's come to the front of the mat, please. Feet is together. Then notice how your toes can open and place each toes down to the mat. And notice the inner heel, outer heel down. Then slightly lift your foot arch. So when you lift your foot arch, notice how the adductor or inner thigh muscle engages and lift our pelvic floor. And notice how the spine can lengthen longer and top of your head reach to the sky. And shoulder is relaxed. Then bring our palms together to heart center and make our breath smooth and easy breath. Okay, let's do sun salutation. Move with our breath. So it's a mind-free. We are moving, so take your time. Take a big inhale, hands goes up, palms together and gaze up. Then on our exhalation, soften your knees, bend forward. Maybe hands come onto your calf or knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, bring our palms down. Bring your knee down to tabletop or plank pose. You decide. Then inhale, find the length from tailbone to the top of your head. Then on our exhalation, bring our belly down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Point your toes back and open our chest forward. Then exhale, child pose or downward facing dog. And here we notice how it feels in this pose or in this position. Notice in the body, notice in our breath. One more. And then inhale, look forward. If you are child pose, lift your hips and walk forward. Feet is together. Inhale, halfway left. And then exhale, head down, relax. Then come up, inhale, rising. Hands goes up. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Okay. So now let's look to the longer side of the mat. So longer side of the mat. Let's bring the block. One block between our thighs. If you don't have it, that's okay. So bring the block between our thighs. And actually, I am facing to the screen. You can do that as well. So facing to the screen, doesn't need to be longer side of the yoga mat. Then keep our toes pointing forward. The knees above the ankle. Then bring our hands on your lap or on your knees and slightly pull your hips back and bending our knees. So how deep you go is up to you. So if you are comfortable, you can let go your hands like a chair pose. But if you want to keep it, you can keep the hands on your knees or thighs. Then pull your hips back. And as if you are pushing the block behind you. Then if you are comfortable, lift your heels up. Then the hands goes out. And then let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And let's let go the block and bring your block in front of you. Then we're gonna gradually bring our toes out and heels out. So what I'm doing is toes out, then heels out, then gradually opening our legs wide. And then reach our hands to the side. So now toes pointing forward, so feet is parallel. Okay? So now switching your right toe, so this is my right toe, point to the shorter side of the mat and bend your right knee to warrior two pose. So warrior two pose, your pelvis, your chest are facing to the longer side of the mat, but your face to the right fingers. And then inhale, rising. Then we switch. Bring your right toe point to the longer side of the mat. Then pivot your left toe, 90-degree left toe, point to the shorter side, bend your left knee, come into warrior two. So how deep you go is up to you. You can do just a slide. Then inhale, rising. Keep your hands out. Then switch. Point your right toe to the shorter side of the mat, warrior two again. And then inhale, rising and switching the toes. Then left toe pointing to the shorter side, bend your left knee, warrior two. Maybe your arm is getting tired, but keep it. Our hands out. All right, inhale, rising. Then exhale, bring your hands on your hip. All right, so toes are both toes pointing to the longer side of the mat. Inhale, looking up. Then on our exhalation, we bend forward. You might bend your knees. Either you can use the block, hands on a block, or you might keep your hands at your hip and bending forward. You can keep your knees bent or gradually straighten if that's comfortable. And relax our head and hanging here. Then any position of the hand is welcome. Then, but tucking your navel towards the spine and lifting our pelvis or sacrum upward, as if you are tucking your belly in and lifting our hips.
And notice how your lower back can lengthening or stretching. One more breath. All right. Then slowly release our hands down to the mat or to the block. All right. So now we are changing the feet. Now feet point the toes out. Then bend your right knee. So when you bend your knees, knee and toe go same direction. So there's options. You can do just a slide and shifting left side and right side, or you might come all the way down if you are comfortable, but pay attention how you feel around your hips and knees and ankles. So if you like to have 2 blocks, maybe it's easier. So we're gonna go on to, this is called spider or skandasana. Keep breathing, no pain, no injury. Take it easy. If you like to stay longer, you can stay longer at the one point, one spot. And then gradually we come back to center. Okay, so now point your toes out and bend your knees, hands come onto your lap. So maybe it's going to be for you is higher, or if you are comfortable, bending deeply. And tuck your navel towards the spine. Then find the length to the lower back and sinking. And if you are comfortable, reach your hands out, the palm facing up and reach up a little bit higher. Then bend your elbows. So elbow is a shoulder, same as a shoulder line. And palm facing up, Chin Mudra. And let's stay here. Navel in. And find the strength to the inner thigh. Pelvic floor. Find the glute. And if you like to challenge, heels up. Then let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, stretch your leg and palms up. And then slowly let go our hands. And interlace your fingers behind you. Then bring your toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, and the feet is a little bit closer, maybe hip distance or a little bit wider, just showing the backs, side. Inhale, pull your hands back and chest open, look up. Then on our exhalation, bend your knee, bend forward, head down, bottom up, and reach our hands to the sky. Then on our exhalation, drop your hands down by your side. Then inhale, roll ourselves up to standing. Then exhale, roll our shoulder back and down. Let's do one more time. So hands behind you. So this is a great for the opening our shoulders. Inhale, pull our hands back and chest open. Then on our exhalation, bend your knee, bend forward, head down. Inhale, pull your hands back, lift. Then exhale, let it go, drop. Then inhale, lower ourselves up to stand. Then exhale, shoulder back and down and relax. Okay. Let's do balance pose. So you are welcome to have the furniture or a wall close by. You can lean against to the wall, or you can be in the middle of the room on the yoga mat. And feet is together. All right, so we're gonna do gradual progress. So again, open our toes wide, planting our feet. Then notice how our vertical line
is from the feet to the top of your head in the mid of our body. So try to maintain that line and bring our palms together to heart center. And plant your right foot down and gradually left heels up. So maybe left big toe inside of the right leg. Then slide your left toe up, up, up to lift our knee up. Then, same manner, we slide our legs down and bring our feet down. One more time, same side. Right foot down, pick up our left heel up, then slide your left big toe or inner left foot, inner leg, and lift our knee up. Then exhale, slide down. Okay, so now we do the other side. So feet is together. So now we switch to the left foot down. And right inside of the, right big toe, sliding inside of the left leg and right knee up. Then same manner, we slide it down and foot down. One more time. And inhale, lift our right knee up. Oh, then slide it down. Okay, both feet down. So now we're gonna do almost tree pose. So plant our right foot down and left heel up, left big toe sliding inside of the right leg and lift up as much as you can. Then open your left knee out, then left foot plant inside of the leg, inner thigh or the calf or ankle, you decide, but avoid the knee area. And palms together to heart center. And if you are comfortable, reach our hands out like a tree. One more breath. Keep breathing. And then exhale. Palms together. Slide your foot inside of the leg and release. Okay, let's let go. Shake it up. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. So always that grounding is so important. First, we need to really root ourselves. Then we can think of how to grow like a tree. It's a tree pose. Right? So it's the same way. Like a tree, we're gonna grow. Okay, so gradually shifting away to the left foot and pick up our right heel. Slide your right foot inside of the leg and knee up as much as you can. Then gradually opening wide. Then bring your right foot inside of the leg, any place, calf, ankle, or maybe thigh. And palms together to heart center. So when you lose balance, notice the root. Notice how you ground yourself. You can bring your hands out or palms together. More body part touching each other, it's easier for us to balance. Keep breathing in and out. Last breath. And then slowly release. Slide the feet down and bring our feet down. Excellent. Okay, let's let go. Shake it up. Okay, let's do the one more balance pose. This can be a little challenging. So you might have the something behind you, I mean a wall behind you, or maybe not. Okay, so let's ground ourselves first. Feet is down. Notice how your foot, bottom of the feet is touching to the ground. Then notice how your leg is growing from that. Then pick up our right knee and catch your right knee with your hand. Then point your toes, flex, or making a circle with your left ankle. Okay. So now we're gonna bring our left heel, so upper heel. Hopefully I say that the left heel. Then move your left knee out. Then plant your heel on top of your right thigh. And then like a chair pose, we bend our right knee, pull your hips back. So if we are doing on the wall, bend your knees and hips are on the wall. Then bring it, the heel up, left heel on top. And then pull your hips back. So this is a great actually opening for the stretching the hips, the lower back. And tuck your navel and pull your hips back. And then slowly, let's rise and let go. So just I want to mention something. So when you come and pull your hips back, that helps to really stretch. So you can have the hands. So I am having my hand, left hand supporting on the wall. Then you can do the same to the wall, but pull your hips back to bend forward. So yeah, okay. So let's do the other side. So either hands on a wall or you are away from the, so feet is away from the wall or the inner room. Then plant your left foot and lift our right knee up and catch. Then gradually opening your right knee out and right heel is coming on top of your left thigh, but not so close, more close to the knee. Then bend your left knee, pull your hips back, like a chair pose. And then great stretch to the hips and lower back. Okay. Great burns. Then slowly, let's release. Okay, let's shake it up. All right. So we're gonna slowly coming onto the ground, but I will do some movement to come down. Feet together, palms together to heart center. Then inhale, hands reach out and up. Exhale, bend your knee, bend forward, hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, bring our knee down to tabletop or plank pose. Then on our exhalation, slowly lower ourselves, belly down to the mat. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. And then exhale, pull your hips back to child pose or downward facing dog. And let's together big inhale. And open your mouth and let it go. One more time, inhale. Open your mouth and let it go. And then slowly
Bring your knee down and lift ourselves to the seat. Then legs goes forward. Okay. Then bend your knees and pick up our legs. So this is some core work. You can do many ways. You can rest your heels on the block, then lift our chest. So this is a one way. But you can lift your heels off the ground as well. And then maybe stretch your leg. Zip our legs together using our pelvic floor and maybe let go our hands. Then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Cross your leg and hands reach up. Stretch, then exhale, twist to the right side. So left hand, right knee. And then inhale, hands reach up. Then switch to the left side, the right hand, the left knee. And then inhale, hands reach up, face forward. Then we're going to do one more time, hugging your knee to the chest and lift our legs up. Navasana boat pose. So your version, legs up or catching your leg. Then zip our legs together, tighten the zipping legs and tighten the pelvic floor and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Cross your leg. Okay, this time we're gonna bring our right foot up and over the left knee. And then inhale, hands reach up. So your left heel is tucking, or you can do stretch your left leg. Then on our exhalation, twist to the right. Does that make sense? Yes. Really so nice to see you, and I'm watching you. Watching you that my word is delivered correctly. Okay, and then slowly release. All right, so do the other side. So either stretch your right leg or bend your right knee, but the left heel goes over the right leg. And then inhale, both hands up and lengthening the spine. Then exhale, twist to the left side this time. So your right elbow, left knee. Then if you like, you can change the angle of your chin so that you can also add some stretch to the neck. And then slowly, let's release. Okay, so let's have the one block with us. Then close by. Then we're gonna lie down. But we can come so many different way, but I would do zip my legs together, then gradually using our core to round our back. Slowly, let's come down. Then when you lie down, get the block and bring our block between our thighs. Then squeeze our legs between, so the block between our thigh and squeeze. And plant your feet down to the mat. Hands by your side, so it's a bridge pose. And tuck your navel towards the spine as if we are really lengthening the lower back. And then inhale, lift our hips up and the hands goes up and over. Now exhale, slowly lower your hips gradually. And let's go on for a few times. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. And last one, inhale, up. Exhale, slowly lower. So this time we lift and keep it up and heels up. Then squeeze our block, then relax. And squeeze our block and relax. You can keep your heels down or lift your heels as you like. And squeeze and relax. Squeeze or relax. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Then exhale, slowly lower down. Remove the block and drop your knees to one side, then the other side, and relax our lower back and belly. Then let's do the hammock pose with the belt. So it's a big loop of the belt, one side, our right foot, the other side, head. So it looks like this, and lie down. And shoulder away from your ear so we can lengthen the lower back of the neck. Just checking. And if you can lengthen the left side of the leg, left leg down. So as you lower your left leg, notice how you can stretch the hip flexor, front of the left leg. And enjoy the stretch to the right leg, the calf, hamstring. One more breath. And slowly only remove your head. Then the head comes to the ground and make sure your shoulder is relaxed and lengthen the neck. Then gradually opening your right leg to the side. And find a nice stretch to the inner leg. Then gradually back to center. Bend your right knee. And left hand is going to hold the belt and bring your right leg to the left and twist. So now we are opening the outer hip and stretch. You can keep your right knee bent or straight. Then bend your left knee and catch the left toe with your right hand, if you like. And then slowly come back to center. Let's switch. Left foot and head, hammock pose. And lean to the belt, shoulder away from the ear. Then let go your right leg down to the mat as well.
Then slowly, let's release only head. Then make sure that you relax your head and neck and shoulder to rest on the ground. Then left leg open to the side. External rotation to stretch the inner leg. Then slowly bring it back to center. Bend your left knee and move to the right side. Twist, twist. And if you like, bend your right knee, catch the right toe with your left hand. That helps to stretch the right hip flexor or quad. Then slowly, whenever you are ready, let's come back to center. And like good about, lie down to the mat. Shavasana, last pose for this practice. Make yourself comfortable. Don't get cold. You can cover yourself. And let your body rest. Gently bring in awareness to the fingers and toes, inviting the movement. And noticing our body is here. And we breathe in and out. Now let's bring our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth and let it go.
bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to yourself. Then roll onto one side and gradually coming up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. Together, inhale, hands reach out and up. Then exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Anjali Mudra, gesture of gratitude. And gratitude to this moment and this space we are able to practice yoga together. And let us continue having this gratitude with us and continue our life. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice. Namaste. Thank you.